Tonight is a topic I'm passionate about because I understand and have understood for a very long time that self-esteem is crucial to a person's well-being. But what I've also known for a long time is the way that people conceptualize it and the way they try to teach it is not working. So I've had many parents who've come to me over the years and have said to me, I don't know why my child has low self-esteem. I keep telling him he's the best in the world. I keep telling him he's my little Einstein, and he still doesn't have good self-esteem. And parents today are hooked onto this idea that the only way to build self-esteem is to excessively flatter their children with the most unrealistic comments like, you my little Einstein, or you the most beautiful girl in the whole world, and things like that. Children know that that isn't true, by the way, and it really isn't the way of building self-esteem. What is self-esteem? Self-esteem is a feeling of, I like myself. It's a feeling of, I feel good in the world. I feel capable. It's a feeling of, or a knowledge that I have strengths and weaknesses, and I see this as normal. I own up to my strengths, and I'm not defensive about my weaknesses. So self-esteem isn't feeling I'm the best in the world and I can talk to 1,000 people without shaking in my boots, and if I have anything wrong with me, I should hang my head in shame. Self-esteem is a general feeling of I like myself and I know what I'm good at and I know what I'm not good at. Poor self-esteem is a perception problem. It's not reality. Poor self-esteem is when you are actually good at something, but you don't know it. So let's say, for example, you're not good at maths. And someone says, how's your maths? And you say, I'm not good at maths, and you're not. That's reality. That's not poor self-esteem. But if you did Unit 4 for HSC and are studying your PhD in maths, and someone says you're really good at maths, and you hang on, no, I'm not. No, everyone's better than me. That's poor self-esteem. I'm using an exaggerated response, but a lot of people will do that. Someone will say, gee, you look nice. How many women say, do you know how old this dress is? Or, oh, my sister lent it to me, or aren't I looking fat tonight? They can't just say, yes, I look nice, and so on. So it's a perception problem. It's when you really do look nice, but you can't own up to it. So a person with good self-esteem knows what their strengths are, and they own up to it. So if I had to say to this room, who's good at typing? The person with good self-esteem, not in an arrogant way, would say, I am. I'll take on that job. Who's good at public speaking? I can do that. And everyone knows what their strengths are, and without shame or guilt, knows what their weaknesses are. Don't ask me to do the maths, that's not my thing. But I don't feel bad about it, I don't feel inferior about it. The other thing is that a person with good self-esteem knows that they're unique, appreciates their uniqueness in the world. They're not trying to be like everybody else, which is a very, very important thing. Now, what has happened is in the last probably 20 years, self-esteem has been taught in a very incorrect way. And I can say this factually because we now have a whole new movement called self-determination theory. And what this says, SDT, is having statistically measured children in classrooms and the kind of self-esteem programs that they've put children through, there's absolutely no benefit. So if any of you have ever been through one or seen a child go through one, these self-esteem programs that educators dreamed up, not based on anything scientific, is all about telling the child you are special, not based on anything. And the children have to every day say, I am special. I'm worthwhile, not I'm worthwhile for any reason. And they have smileys all over the classroom. And then they would measure, let's say we got to do a 10-week program of children every day saying, I'm special, I'm wonderful, I'm a little Einstein, whatever their affirmation is, and then measure whether there's any improvement in school marks, and there's absolutely no improvement. Is there any improvement in confidence, in the ability to participate in things? No, there's no improvement. So those kind of programs we know absolutely have no value. And it's no wonder, because self-esteem is not about believing that you're special in that kind of unique way. It's about really knowing who you are and feeling okay about who you are. So the first question is it even worthwhile to esteem yourself? Is it a valuable construct? And we know today that it isn't. That if you're walking around all day saying, am I good enough? How am I measuring up? it actually feeds a lot of insecurity. And a lot of us do this all the time. I'll give you two classic examples. The one is people who are trying to lose weight or who have this battle of the bulge. So they'll get on the scale in the morning and they've lost a kilo and their self-esteem goes up. Oh, I feel good about myself because I lost a kilo. The next day they get on the scale and they put on a kilo and the self-esteem goes down. I hate myself because I've put on a kilo. So their self-esteem goes up and down like this because it's tied to a quantity. Their self-worth is tied to that. Men, very common way that I see men, is men who play the share market. It's fascinating. Shares go up, they feel good. They feel powerful. They love themselves. The shares crash, they feel like total losers. So this is how many people live today. They measure themselves, how much money is in the bank, how big their car is, how many friends they have, whatever it is that they're doing. If it's going well, they feel good. If it's going badly, they feel bad. We call that contingent self-esteem. And that's not what you want to be building into your children. What you want to be building is what we call non-contingent self-esteem. That is feeling good about yourself in the world without it being tied to a figure, to a maths mark, a weight, money in the bank, the number of friends you have.